Welcome to another episode of Strictly Business Unscripted. I'm your host, Keandra Jones. This podcast educates, ignites inspiration, fosters encouragement, and paves the way for growth among small businesses and the overall Oak Cliff community. But first, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Dallas Zoo, Home Care Network, and ServPro. Thank you for your support. Now, let's dive in. Today's episode is titled Leaders Cultivating Leaders. Andrea Sanders is a native of San Antonio, Texas, who began her career in energy efficiency in 1989, developing programs to assist families with weatherization services through the Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs. Andrea joined Oncor in 1999 as a program manager for energy efficiency. She began working with the Oncor Customer Relations team in 2004 and is currently the director of Dallas Customer Service, who is responsible for the cities of Dallas, Addison, Highland Park, and University Park. Her team serves as the primary contacts for elected officials, and she represents the company within the community. Let's welcome Andrea Sanders with Oncor Electric. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. We've been wanting to get you on here for a long time, so welcome.
I'm excited to be here.
This is our Strictly Business Unscripted, and would you confirm for everybody that's watching that you don't know what I'm about to ask you?
Unfortunately, you're correct. I have absolutely no idea.
Well, this is Strictly Business Unscripted, and so I don't always know what I'm going to ask. I have some idea, but I don't always know what I'm going to ask. But see, you're a friend, so I can kind of ask a little bit.
Kind of.
Different, kind of.
Absolutely. Ask away.
So you have been a long time supporter of this organization. But I want to ask you, aside from, this is a personal question. Okay. Aside from all that you do in the community with the chamber, all of your things, how would you describe Andrea Sanders?
Wow. That's a great question.
Thank you.
How would I describe Andrea? Aside from those things, I think for me, if I were to one word, is that I am passionate about making an impact. For me, whether it's professionally or personally, it's so important for me to be able to make a difference in the lives of other people. I'm a preacher's kid, and so that just kind of goes with the territory, I think. But for me, making sure that what I do in my life, personally or professionally, that it serves to help make the lives of others better. So for me, I'm very passionate about making a difference, and that sums me up.
You know, I asked that question first because I think it's important for people to realize the kind of person that would serve the way that you guys serve. There are lots of organizations that are members of the chamber. And I always say, we love your donation, but we would rather see you.
Yes.
And so Oncor has been one of the exceptions because of the kind of folks that are associated with Oncor. You have to have an attitude of servitude.
Absolutely.
And so that's what you show us all the time.
I appreciate that. And I will tell you that's one of the things that makes me proud to be a part of the Oncor organization, because it's kind of ingrained in our DNA that being a servant, being a part of the community, and so often people will say, "Oh, it's a big company. You all don't really, understand what the needs are." And in fact, in my role, our responsibility is to make sure that we keep our hands on the pulse of the community and where we can serve, where we can volunteer, donate, or whatever it is. That is throughout our company, and so that makes me proud to be a part of the organization. Because the organization, Oncor, it's not just a business. We consider ourselves corporate partners and want to be good neighbors in the community. So yeah, it's an exciting time to be a part of our organization.
Yeah. Well, it shows. It really shows. So you have experience, obviously, in the space that you work in professionally. There are tons of other places that you could be. Why did you choose Oncor?
Wow. So, true story. I was working in Austin with Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs, and one of my assignments was developing these weatherization programs. As part of that, we connected with what was then TU Electric, and we changed our name. And so I came to Dallas periodically to help conduct training as we were developing these programs. I was so impressed with the organization, the passion that I saw the employees had, that excitement that they had for doing their job. I'm like, what a great company. And I saw the things that they were doing in the community outside of just, delivering electricity. And when I had the opportunity to come and be a part of such a team, I leaped at it because they weren't just, we're here to deliver electricity.
Yeah.
They wanted to make a difference in the community, and I was able to see that before joining the organization. So once given that opportunity, I leaped for it. Yeah.
When anytime I'm with either you or your team or Charles, you guys have the same kind of spirit.
Yeah.
And as a community organization, we appreciate that spirit of partnership. Speaking of partnership, you guys are corporate partners of the Oak Cliff Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
And have been, thank you, and have been for a very long time. In fact, I want to say that you guys had Oncor had the very first Black chairman of this organization.
Autry Warren.
Autry Warren.
That's right.
And so he is proudly displayed on our all of the things as being the first. Why is Oncor a member of not only this chamber but other chambers of commerce?
I think it goes back to what we were saying, our commitment to serving the communities beyond delivering electricity, and so we don't want to just sit in our offices. We want to be a part of the communities where we're serving. We want to be active. And to your point earlier, we don't just want to write a membership check. We want to be engaged. And I think when I began this role, one of the first things that we talked about is community engagement and where can we make an impact? Where can we make a difference? And so being a part of the Oak Cliff Chambers, organizations that align with our mission and our vision to make an impact in the community. That's connecting with those organizations is just a natural thing because we're able to support, contribute, but also able to understand what needs are there. And so part of my team, our role, is to recognize where those needs are, communicate those internally, and make sure that we stay connected. So whether it's Oak Cliff Chamber, yay, because very, very active chamber, I might say, or any organization across our cities. And we have over 400 cities that we serve.
Wow.
And so we're in chambers from as far west is Midland, Odessa, and south to Round Rock, and north to Tyler. We're covering one of the largest, electric delivery companies in the state. So it's so important for us that we are represented in all of those communities, and it's an exciting time. And my colleagues that are able to serve as well, we love doing what we do.
So you and I have worked together on a number.
We got stories.
We've got plenty of stories. Can you talk to us about some of the favorite projects that we've worked on together? And why were they your favorites, and maybe some of the challenges?
Okay, how much time we have?
Right?
Oh my goodness. So you may not believe this. Early on, when I began serving on the board, I will say it was one of our galas that we had. And I was my first time chairing the gala. I was nervous because I had attended the galas in the past and recognized just how excellent they were done. So most chambers are on, budget, and you I expected it to be nice, but this was on another level. So I was nervous when it became my time. But it gave me the opportunity to go behind the scenes at chamber events that I hadn't seen before, not on that level. And I saw a level of commitment that I don't think I had seen before. Your team, you have a small team, and I watched you all. I mean, trust me, you were calling me at 4 and 5 in the morning, and but I just with your ideas, that experience really helped me in a lot of ways. Number one, it gave me even a greater appreciation for what chambers do and how you have to work magic to take, small resources and make it look like you have an endless supply. And you did that. And that experience in watching the weeks, months and months of preparing for that, the weekends and late nights and early mornings, and watch you like a conductor just orchestrate everything. And when I watched that night, and I watched after all of those months and watched the people come in and see the look on their faces when they saw the theme, and it was magical. It was magical. And I remember telling you at that time that every board member should chair a gala because it gives you a different perspective of what it takes to pull off these events that I think prior to being on the board, you see it and you like it, but you don't always understand all the sweat, literally tears, that go into that. So that stood out to me because it gave me a different perspective and a greater appreciation for what the Oak Cliff Chambers and many chambers do across our cities. So it made me what I call chamber proud. So it was amazing. And so that experience allowed me to encourage other board members to be more engaged because this is not an easy thing.
No, it is not.
But we appreciate you.
This is not about me.
Yeah, but we appreciate you.
But Andrea, that's one of the things that I admire and respect so much about you, because you don't have to do this. I mean, we can't pay you. I would love to, but we can't pay you to do or to be as committed as you've been to this organization over the years. And one of the things that I thought you were going to mention that you did not is the Taste of Oak Cliff Festival.
So, as I said, how much time do we have? So, we've talked about that. And that was a phenomenal experience, right? I mean, from, getting top tier people there, the work that it took to go into, you wanting, I loved it, you wanting to make sure we had the best of it, Beyonce's dad. I mean, you, and I thought, you kept pushing to make sure it was going to be the best experience. And I told you at that time, what an amazing experience for the Oak Cliff community to see. They didn't have to, go to the state fair. They didn't, right here in the community, you had the most amazing talent, food, and more food. But this last one, as you recall, some of the challenges that I saw, things that we couldn't control, like, 150
Weather.
degree temperatures in an outdoor event. But, and that was challenging. And it was a learning experience as well. But for me, watching how you and your team handled that, even some of the disappointments that came with that, and watched you pivot to make as much good come out of that, some of the negative things, like the weather and watched you adjust that. Frankly, was very impressive. But then what you took, it's like, you know what? Here's what we learned from this. And as I told you, I said, when an event is over, it's barely over before you're picking up the phone with the idea for the next one. And so even when things don't go quite as planned, what's been amazing is watch your organization birth something positive, even out of the negative challenge that you have. So yeah, that one required a little therapy because that was a little stressful. Yeah. It was stressful, but I think I was so amazed, honestly, about seeing so much that was in the community that I didn't even realize was here myself. It said a lot. It still said a lot about the organization. We didn't get the attendance that we had wanted. But frankly, I was still so incredibly proud just to be a part of it and to see what could be done in this community. And you seem to always push the envelope to do what's never been done before. And that's why I like being a part of it.
You know, and I appreciate all your kind words, but Andrea, it's my job. It's not your job. And the fact that you were there, the fact that Oncor was represented, and I'm not saying just showed up for the photo ops, was there crying with us and and picking up things and toting things and lifting heavy things and all of the things. Oncor was still there. Andrea was there. And do you know how meaningful that is to me? Because all too often we have board members that are just there for the photo op. And that's hurtful because there's a lot of heavy lifting and you lifted it with us. And so if we want to talk about true partnership, that's what partnership is when the load is heavy and you're there. You're going to make me cry. And I don't want to, because that was such an emotional experience, I think, for all of us. It was very, very emotional. We all wanted so bad for that thing to be
for months exciting.
Yeah, we did. We wanted it. And so when we're talking about partnership, that's what partnership looks like to me. It's not words. It's not showing up for the picture. It's when I'm crying, you're crying. When I'm lifting, you're lifting. That's partnership. And so this has been a very, very good partnership for me. And I just want to say thank you. As I look back over those days, I remember riding that go-kart and we were just bawling.
I know.
Oh my God. We were bawling.
Yeah. I think there was such anticipation.
Yeah.
I remember Sunday mornings preparing for that at the chamber office. And we start with prayer and Bible study to get to go to church. We could go to church. And we'd have prayer and Bible study while we're around the table, and then we get into it and get the booths and everything. Oh my gosh. And there was such anticipation, such excitement. But it wasn't for nothing, you know. And even as we said, we learned from it. And we saw what we could do. There were just things outside of our control. But when it comes to partnership, Oncor, Andrea, too, believes in this organization because I've witnessed firsthand the commitment of this organization to this community. You all aren't in it for just to, kind of brag about your membership numbers or an image. You're in it to make a difference for the businesses and individuals that are part of this organization. I've seen it. I've seen the 24/7 you working, your team working. And when you witness something like that, when you witness the passion that an organization has for community, who wouldn't want to be a part of that? Who wouldn't want to be a part of that? And I've seen it over the years. I've seen where we started years ago, and to see what this organization has become, I'm beyond proud to be a part of it. And Oncor never hesitates to do what we could do for the Oak Cliff Chamber, because the Oak Cliff Chamber never hesitates to do what they could do for our community. So for us, it's a no-brainer.
Well, and you show that to me all the time. Because of Taste of Oak Cliff, we've had a couple of spinoffs, of course.
Yes.
And we're super proud of the mobile small business incubator that's coming.
Yes.
It is being wrapped, and we are within weeks of launching that mobile business incubator because of this experience.
Yep.
And so
Yes.
kudos to you and all that you've done. Also, one of the things that you partnered with us on was our Thrives, which is now Business University, our Business University. And I just remember when you came, once again, you're showing up, and you saw what these classes consisted of for our entrepreneurs. And without hesitation, once again, you're getting involved and you're supporting small businesses here in the community. And that's one thing I can always count on, is if you see the vision, Encore's supporting.
We're going to be there. You're going to be there. But you know, your team, you guys are good about making that vision plain, right? You're good about communicating, and that was exciting. I remember sharing it with our team. I was so excited. I hadn't seen anything like that before, and to see the excitement, you know, of these the ideas. Oh my goodness! And to be a part of that. Our team, even when I'm back to the office, we were talking about, they were excited about, that's different, that's unique. It's those type of things that you, I think that you all strive to make sure when organizations or businesses join the chamber, that they are supported in a way that will impact them, impact their business, or help them to grow that business. That's what a chamber does.
Yeah.
That's what a chamber does.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's exciting.
Now, speaking of all the ways Oncor has been supportive, once again, Keandra whimpered and came to Andrea, her fairy godmother, and said, listen, I don't know how to start this leadership program here in Oak Cliff. Help.
So exciting.
Why did you, what vision did you see for the Leadership Oak Cliff program? Why did you go first?
Oh, my goodness. Again, how much time? that was like, so I will tell you that as I mentioned to you, I'd been a part of several leadership programs in the past, and I looked at all that was happening here, and the opportunity to make a difference. But there was something that you had said, and several times actually, you wanted to show all the positive things that were in the Oak Cliff community, because there had been a time that when you said Oak Cliff, then oftentimes people looked at the negative. And it was not always mentioned in a positive light. But I remember you would say at any event how proud you were of the Oak Cliff community. And as we began to be a part of the organization, I learned so much more about Oak Cliff. So many wonderful things about Oak Cliff. I'm like, why don't we talk about these things? And so I thought that the leadership program was such a great opportunity to see your vision of helping to communicate the positive things about the community in a structured way where we could help educate future leaders to also share that word and the message that Oak Cliff is an amazing place to be and to work. And the leadership was just leadership program was a natural way to do that. Of course, you took it to another level and just did some amazing things. And so, again, when it comes to leadership, it's a very important thing to Oncor. We're very big on helping to support leaders, and particularly those that are sincere and gifted in making an impact in the community. And this is a way to do that. And to see the first class, oh my goodness, and the excitement. Yeah. So yeah, we're literally talked about that last night. We're pumped and ready for the next class. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can always call you at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
I'm an early riser.
You are an early riser, and get buy-in. And so I'm grateful for Oncor support, but specifically yours, because I'm not calling the 800 number for Oncor. I'm calling Andrea in the morning. And I appreciate being able to partner with you, not only personally, but as an organization, your ability just to be open-minded to some of these shenanigans that come from this place.
It's amazing creativity.
Well, I like the way you put it, but it's not necessarily the case. But you will at least listen to the shenanigans.
Love it.
And, you put your money where your mouth is and your time, because we've got those that will write us a donation check and then we never see them, which we appreciate. Mm-hmm. But it makes such a big difference when you're willing to roll up your sleeves and work alongside us. And so for that, Andrea, I just want to say thank you for everything you're doing. I really do. Oncor is top notch, but more specifically, it's you.
Thank you.
It's you. That. And I'm so happy that you're going to be in our next Leadership Oak class.
Yes. We're ready. We're excited. So, yeah, absolutely.
So we just rolled out our new class, I think yesterday. Mm-hmm. Did you see the rollout?
I hadn't seen the rollout yet.
You got to see the rollout.
Oh.
We like doing things in a different kind of way. You got to see the rollout. So if you guys go to our Instagram at Oak Cliff Chamber on Instagram, check out the new rollout where Miss Andrea will be showcased there. So
excited. Thank you. And that's, you were talking about your 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning calls with you call shenanigans, I call creativity. It's these kinds of things where I was sharing with one of my team members, Keandra likes to do things differently. She doesn't, you'll have a leadership program, but we don't want this leadership program to be like all other leadership programs. No. And I think I told you one time, I just love to have your brain.
Oh, no, you don't. Some
of the ideas and the things that you come up, which is why I never, I'm interested. I don't, it amazes me how you come up. And I say this behind your back as well, but the things that you come up with, I was like, how did that come to you like that? And so I think that's a big part of making this organization stand out amongst the rest, because it is, you are creative. But what I like too, even your team, and I was like, okay, you've caught that Keandra vibe. I mean, really, I've seen the excitement in their eyes when they're coming up with these neat ideas and running to share with you. That's just exciting. There's just the good vibes, positive energy, great ideas.
Thank you.
Seriously, those kinds of things, even with the Leadership Oak Cliff program, making it special, because Oak Cliff is special.
It is.
Yeah, it's special.
It is. I've said this on the show a million times. I've gotten the Oak Cliff bug. I'm not from here.
Right.
And then when I hear people talking bad about Oak Cliff, I'm ready to. What you say about Oak Cliff? Yeah. You can't talk about Oak Cliff anymore.
Yeah.
Say it, come right up here. And
right.
I just need my board to bail me out of jail should I happen to go.
We got you.
I appreciate that. I love me some Oak Cliff.
It shows.
I really do. I love our community. I live here. I work here. I pray here. I do all the things here. And so I love our board. I love our partnership. So I just want to say thank you. And I say that behind your back, too.
Thank you.
Thank you for all all that you guys do. Thank you for believing in us. Thank you for rolling up your sleeves. We appreciate all the things. So,
thank you. I appreciate you, my friend.
thank you. I'm your host, Keandra Jones. And again, thank you for watching another episode of Strictly Business Unscripted. We'll see you next time.